Hi, my name's Louise. I'm a pharmacist with Kroger's Clinical Call Center, and I was calling with a question about one of your medications.
Kroger Health Connect is a telepharmacy center where students are engaging in population health initiatives. All of our second-year PharmD students get to go through this rotation, which is not only great for our students, but I think really showcases the importance of learning and development of the next generation of pharmacists at Kroger Health Connect.
Kroger Health Connect is behind the scenes work. They're taking calls from patients who have questions about their medications or just need some sort of other follow-up. And they're also reaching out to patients, asking about adherence, maybe refilling, how they're doing, and just basically getting to have some more interaction with the patient and understand how their therapy is going for them.
We really are closing the gaps in care having Kroger Health Connect. We are the support system for the stores so that they can focus on patients in store. We can get refills in process. We can answer questions about their medications to really have just kind of full circle care for our patients.
Our students complete a 24-hour rotation, and during their time, they do hands-on experiences with our faculty members, so some immersion in kind of disease state management, specifically hypertension, hyperlipidemia, and diabetes being the disease states we focus on. And then from those kind of immersive and reflective experiences with faculty, they then go on to provide direct patient care. So getting to sit down, put on the headset, and call patients and actually impact their health and help people live healthier lives.
This kind of medication, you're not going to feel your cholesterol changing.
Our learning experience really brings communication in as the main focus. With that communication skill, it's something that the students are going to use not only in our rotation, but they're going to use it in all of their rotations as well as their future in pharmacy.
No matter what I do in my pharmacy career, I'm always going to have to speak to a patient or at least know something about a medication. So going through this rotation, being able to use resources and getting more familiar with different resources is very beneficial.
One of the things that I love about this rotation is that students get to build their confidence by applying what they just learned in the classroom and turn around and not only practice it in their simulation lab here at the college, but being able to go to Kroger Health Connect and talk to patients in real time as they're learning about cardiovascular disease. And then they go to Kroger Health Connect and they talk to patients about these really important medicines that help improve their cardiovascular health. So getting able to practice their communication with their therapeutic knowledge in real time is something that really helps build student confidence.
I got to kind of take everything I've learned from the classroom and really apply it to a real live patient case where I'm, live talking to a patient, reading through their profile, seeing what's going on, and really apply okay, are they at goal? Maybe are they not at goal? Is there a side effect that I'm concerned about? Things like that.
At Kroger Health Connect, it's really important for us to make sure that we're developing that next generation of pharmacists. We want to ensure that we're helping to support high quality educational experiences for them so that way we can really shape the profession of pharmacy.
It's important that Kroger gives back to the students because as a student, Kroger gave to me, right? I had a preceptor on my ABBY rotation who I consider one of my mentors. She really helped me get where I am today. So now it's my turn to give back as a preceptor and help students in the next generation of pharmacists.